Hey guys, Amy here. Last year I walked the Camino de Santiago in August and September for the first time, and adventure of a lifetime. And I'm addicted, so I'm walking it again this April from Porto, Portugal. So I did Camino France's, now I'm doing it from Portugal. And I'm so excited. Thank you for all the amazing questions. I got so many questions while I was walking the Camino and after. I made 2 FAQ videos, frequently asked question videos, and here is part 3. One question I get all the time, which makes me giggle a little bit, is how do I begin planning for my first Camino? Well, last year I did not plan very much at all. I bought no guidebook and no map, no app, no GPS, and very little research because I wanted to be surprised and have the mystery of the adventure without knowing too much, planning too much. So I pretty much showed up with a general idea of what I needed to bring with me in my backpack to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and I knew I'd be walking from there over the Pyrenees, across Spain, to Santiago de Compostela, and then on to Finisterre, the end of the world. How did I do it without any guidebook or map or GPS or app or bookings? I didn't even have any bookings. I didn't plan anything, I just showed up. Follow the way markers, all the yellow arrows and pylons leading the way all the way across Spain to Santiago. And I would ask other pilgrims, hey, how you doing? Where are you going today? How far is this distance? And so I just kind of felt my way, literally. It took me 35 days to get across from France to Santiago, and then 3 more days to Murcia and Finisterre. So as far as planning goes, you're probably asking the wrong person because I just don't plan very much. And I have such a blast letting the adventure unfold for itself. So I'm in here working on my packing list video as well, getting everything organized, which is great even though I have 9 days still. Very surprised how many people really want to know what goes in my backpack. And last year I didn't even know that much. I didn't research, so this year I'm far more educated and experienced with what to pack with me. And one question that I got a lot of was, what equipment did you bring on the Camino, Amy? And so I'm going to address that right now. I get a lot of questions even now. If you've seen some of my videos in the playlists, they ask who was doing some of your filming, what stabilizer did you use, how did you bring a laptop to do all the editing? Well, the only thing that I brought with me on the entire Camino last year, all those videos, was my iPhone 7. So I used iMovie on 256 gigabytes on the iPhone 7 to shoot everything, and my stabilizer was a steady hand, even going up and down mountains with a limp, in pain, with flip-flops. So the same is true for me on Camino Part 2. I'm bringing my iPhone 7. I like to travel light. I have seen people bring massive cameras, drones, and I just, nope, that's not for me. I want to be light on my feet. And I have this in my pocket so I can whip it out and be filming and taking pictures all the time. It's just light and easy for me. I'll have it stripped down so I can have maximum capacity of storage. Then I also will upload, I have my Dropbox ready, my Google Drive, WeTransfer, so I have other ways of storing as well. Oh yeah, one more reason that I love to travel light on my feet with just my iPhone 7 for filming is weather. Okay, so I walked the Camino last year in August and September, and there were portions that were really hot, portions where there was just rain for days, other really windy, foggy, so I had the gamut of weather, just not snow. And with that, because of the precipitation, I know that I watched a lot of other pilgrims were scared to take out their camera, their big camera gear, when it was wet or windy or whatever the case may be. I put this in a little plastic bag, Ziploc bag, and I was still functional put it in my pocket, whip it out, still shoot. And so that was another reason why I love just traveling with my iPhone 7, is because weather really doesn't get in my way from hindering my pictures and my videos. Another important topic, sleep. Amie, what is it like to be a pilgrim sleeping on the Camino, especially in public albergues or even private albergues where you're not in a private room, you're sleeping in a room full of people, from as small as 4 people to a room to as big as 50 people to a room. And this is a really important topic because part of health is, and energy is, how do you sleep? My experience last year, I slept very well. Only 2 times was I in a private room to myself. That means all the other times I was sleeping with other people. And my experience, because of sheer exhaustion, is that I slept so well. I slept like a baby. Even with people that were stinky, and there are a lot of stinky pilgrims that are going to be sleeping right in the bunk bed next to you. People that snore so loud, that rattle your own bunk that you're sharing. And I really got it down to a science because I was doing some pretty long distances in the heat of the summer and in a heavier backpack in flip-flops. So my body was exhausted. I wasn't taking naps during the day. I learned that one. And so by the time I'd go to sleep at night, I was just out like a light. Brought my own pillowcase and sleeping bag. I didn't even have to use one. I just brought a liner. So little bunk beds for the most part. I slept great. There's gonna be a lot of noise. This year I'm bringing earplugs. I didn't take any sleep meds. I didn't want to because I wanted to be clear, wake up early before dawn the next morning. Bed bugs, insects, that kind of thing, rodents, it's gonna happen. Luck of the draw for you. I did experience bed bugs 3 times and some other insects along the way, and that's just like, we'll call it part of the charm of the Camino. So when it comes to sleeping on the Camino, my suggestion is, when you are fully exhausted, you're not even gonna care who's around you, who's smelly, who's snoring. You're gonna sleep like a baby.